All right, my creative warriors, let's get real for a second. Are you feeling stuck in the creative mud, wondering if your work matters, wondering if your ideas will ever take off, or if you're just shouting into the void? Don't sweat it. Every great artist has to start somewhere, usually by staring at the reflection in the mirror, whispering, "Am I good or am I just fooling everyone?" I've got news for you. You're not doing this alone. There is a bigger plan in motion, and trust me, the creator of the universe didn't give you this passion just to watch you quit. Let's talk about how to give your God-given spark into a roaring fire. First off, let's get one thing straight. Creativity is a gift, not just a random personality quirk. It's a natural blessing. The same God who spoke the stars into existence put that desire to create in you. Think about that. You are made in the image of the Creator, the ultimate creator, which means your ability to make, design, and dream is all part of his divine plan. So stop doubting it. I've been there though. Take it from me, I've been through the creative trenches. One day you're singing in a touring band, living your best rock star life, chasing what I thought was a dream. And the next day, you're producing your own album and praying Spotify's algorithm doesn't treat it like a ghost town. I was drowning in self-doubt. I was asking God, what's the point of all this? Why did you give me this desire if it feels so hard and I keep hitting walls? That's when it hit me. Faith doesn't promise an easy journey, but it does promise purpose. Let me share a little truth about the messy middle. I once helped a friend produce a rap album just for him to leave music and become a model. And honestly, he was probably following his path. God's got plans for all of us, and they don't always look like what we expect. For me, it was a reminder that not everyone is meant to walk the same road as you, and that's okay. You focus on your own calling and let him handle the rest. Even when I was working on a cruise ship, singing and dancing for thousands of strangers, sometimes it felt like I was just going through the motions. You entertain people, avoid drama, and figure out how to survive when you're stuck with the same people for months on end. Here's a pro tip. If you don't channel your energy into something like making songs, taking photos, learning videography, something creative, or just anything, you likely will spiral. Trust me on that. But looking back, I can see how God was working on me during those seasons. Those times of isolation, he used them to teach me perseverance. Those moments of self-doubt, he used them to grow my faith. And those in-between sessions where I was learning videography, photography, and honing my other skills, he was preparing me for what's next. But then came this other big curveball, the pandemic. See, I was freelancing some video work in China, and everything seemed like it felt like it was clicking for a change, But then the world shut down. It was like God said, pause, hold up, let's refine this thing a little more. And let me tell you, that wasn't easy to hear when you're stuck in lockdown, trying to figure out how to keep your creative spark alive. Creativity shouldn't stop when life does. In fact, sometimes it's the only thing that keeps you sane. You don't need a perfect setup or ideal circumstances. But here's what I learned. God doesn't waste anything. Not the struggle, not the waiting, not even the failures. In those moments where I felt like everything was falling apart, he was building something stronger in me. And that's the kind of hope that keeps you going when your creative soul feels like it's running on fumes. I want to talk a little bit about faith and creativity. Your passion, your talent, your drive, they're not random. They're calling. And it's like, with any calling, it comes with challenges. And sometimes it feels like you're balancing your dreams with survival, like trying to pay bills while also chasing your purpose. It's messy, it's tiring, it feels too easy to give up. Creativity isn't about being perfect though. It's about showing up, trying, failing, figuring out what works. It's messy and unpredictable. It often feels like you're just screaming into the void. But here's the thing, God didn't promise that it's going to be easy. He promised he'd be there with you. When you're doubting yourself, he's there whispering, keep going. When you're stuck, he's there opening doors that you didn't even know existed. When you feel like you've got nothing else to give, he's there reminding you that his strength is made perfect in your weakness. So here's the bottom line. Creativity, like I said, it's not about being perfect. It's about showing up and trusting the process. When it's messy, you just gotta let God work through you. Know that your art, your music, your videos, or whatever it is that you do, it can glorify God. It can make a difference in the world. For me, that meant realizing that every piece of work that I create isn't just for me, it's for him. It's for the people he's placed in my life. It's the people that comes across my path. It's for the people that I don't even know exist in my world yet. It's for those moments that I can't see, where something that I made might resonate with somebody that I may never know. When I do what I love most, creating videos, producing music, sharing my journey, I start small. And I was making things for myself. I'm currently posting whether or not anybody will watch or listen. And over time, that little ember of creativity will turn into something bigger. It'll become something more real. So here's a call to action for you. Stop doubting yourself, okay? Stop doubting your gifts. Start trusting the one who gave them to you. Make the messy stuff, make the cringe stuff, the beautiful stuff. Make something terrible, make something weird. Just make something. Because every artist that you admire was once in your shoes, staring at a blank page, wondering if they have what it takes. Put it all out there, knowing that God can use even your smallest efforts in ways that you can't even imagine. Finally, I just want to say that this road is going to be tough, no doubt. Life is not always kind to creative people. It throws curveballs, roadblocks, the occasional existential crisis. But here's a secret sauce. You're tougher than all of that. You're stronger. Keep going. Keep making. And one day you'll look back and realize that mediocrity never stood a chance against this path, because you don't walk this path alone. God's got a plan for your creativity, your career, your life. And it's bigger than you can possibly imagine. Keep the faith, keep creating, and watch how he works through you. So I want you to go on and step out in faith, make the thing, because that's what I'm doing. Just trust God that he's got the rest. And when you're thriving, don't forget to be grateful. Give him glory, say thanks, and remember, you're going to do amazing things. So get out there and let's craft your path.